All right. Hey, my name is Dan Lear, and I'd like to help you with your life. You know, I don't drive a private jet. I don't have a Lamborghini. I don't live in a 40,000 square foot house, but I will tell you that I live a life of freedom. I'm a corporate keynote speaker. I travel all around the world. I do 52 paid keynotes a year at $15,000 per. I've got 4 books, one number one bestseller, 7 audios. I won a couple national titles in basketball. I was the number one sales performer for Tony Robbins. I was the number one performer for Federated Insurance. I found a way to save my marriage, and I overcame an incurable blood disease called cardiac amyloidosis, and I'm still taking chemotherapy today. So I can't help you get to where you want to go. So over the course of my life, I've developed a system that's helped me overcome adversity, reach my goals, find happiness, and find the woman of my dreams. And I'd like to show it to you right now. It's called the 5DX Life Achievement System. There's 5 different developmental areas of your life. And see, the challenge is that most people are talking about, you got to take more action. You got to follow through. You got to reach your goals. And the fact of the matter is there's 4 things that need to transpire before you can take congruent, consistent action. And what I mean by that is, we've all gone out and had a great day where we take action. But to string it together and be consistent, you have to have meaning, you have to have congruency, and you have to be consistent. And you don't get that until you've developed the 4 other areas of development in your life. So I'm going to show you what those are. So when you come into our program and our 5DX system, first thing we do is handle our psychology, which impacts your behavior, your limitations, your life and your business, and really teaches you how to find meaning. So let me break down the psychology section. This is where we identify paralyzing beliefs that are holding you back. They could be personal beliefs. They're killing you and they impact your being in the world. So for instance, your beliefs come from your environment, what people tell you, and your experiences. And if you grew up in a certain part of the world or a certain city that you had certain things that took place, and those beliefs are holding you back right now, but they have no impact on the world you live in today. We want to teach you how to change those. So we're going to educate you. First of all, we identify the paralyzing beliefs. We educate you on where and how you got them. Then we reverse engineer and reconstruct those beliefs. So after I teach you how you actually put those beliefs together, we can disassemble those beliefs. And we discover and create meaning within the psychology of your life. And then we assemble and construct empowering beliefs that drive your success. So instead of having limiting beliefs that hold you back, we construct empowering beliefs that allow you to drive yourself through success. How do we do it? Here's the action strategies. There's 6 specific strategies in the psychology section that I'm going to teach you to help you create a mindset for success. It's called the as-if strategy, the replay strategy, programming strategy, my power statement strategy, learning language patterns, and also meaning, strategies, and actions, and how we can connect those together to really impact your psychology. Next, we go into the creation manifestation. Look, you've got to get your mindset right. And the fact of the matter is that we are creators. We're manifesting our lives by the things we think about. In a different way of thinking, people talk about how we can build buildings and send people to the moon and build, bridges. And yet our mind is so much more powerful. We can create other things in our life as well by just learning and strategically creating those things in our mind, which I'll teach you through manifestation. So we also talk about rules for happiness and how to organize and materialize your thoughts. So as we go to the creation section of our 5DX program, this is where we manifest and materialize thoughts through visualization, create peacefulness and healing. We uncover meaning and happiness. For instance, what would have to happen for you to be happy? If I were to ask you right now, what do you want to do? And you say, I just want to be happy. And I say, great. What has to happen for you to be happy? And you don't know what that is? That's a problem. And if you do know what it is, what are you doing to get there? So we can find out what's going to make you happy, whether it's making a lot of money, having a great job, finding a relationship, being at peace, reaching your goals, or taking action towards your goals. We'll figure that out and we'll connect it to your meaning. And then we create happiness and destroy unhappy links. So what I mean by that is a successful person would never let an outside influence impact their mindset and the way they feel, thus impacting their actions. So I think that would make sense to you. So for instance, if you came out of a restaurant and you take a right-hand turn, and there's all this traffic, and all of a sudden you're so frustrated and you're pissed and you're emotionally pissed off and you're on the phone, you're not as good as you were. You know, that stuff happens, but if it happens every day because you pull out in traffic every day, and every day you let that traffic get you incensed and fired up and you lose your focus and you're not as good as you could be, that's a problem. So what we do is we take these things that are happening in your life every single day, we identify them, then we deconstruct the link and reframe the link so that you can have a better feeling about the things that transpire in your life every day. That's what's called intelligence, and that's what we teach you inside the program. So how do we do it? Actions. This is what's called your success blitz, which is a strategy that I created. My perfect day, my perfect business day, my perfect day of play. We deconstruct negative triggers and replace and reframe them, and we also work on your mission. Next is coaching. We have to have the coaching. If you think back in your life, you've never had a time in your life where, if you think back in your life, there's always been a time where you've been growing and you've been mentored, you've been led, and that's what we want to do. We want to put you in a situation where you have community help and you have help from somebody like me that can coach you, give you correction, support, and accountability. So in our coaching session, we have an active support system. We correct and adjust your behavior, reinforce good behavior, accountability, active learning. What that means is I'm giving live presentations over Zoom, and you're learning like as if you were sitting in my living room learning from me. So you're actively learning, and your personal and professional growth and advancement. How do we do it? Inside the 1% University, which is a $250,000 virtual training platform that we have, you have access to all of my courses. You have course testing and monitoring, 4 times a month coaching calls, that's once a week. Strategic adjustments. So if you're not hitting your goals, we make some strategic adjustments. We do what's called mindset clearing, and we implement our 12X productivity model. Next is skill development. Imagine getting your psychology right, creating a manifest and getting coaching, but not improving your skills. Think about that. If you want to be a great golfer, then what do? Of course, you go hit balls, right? You want to be a great salesman. If you're not taking courses and getting reps, you're never going to be a great sales professional. If you're not learning and getting reps as far as communication, you're never going to be a great communicator or have a great relationship for that matter. So stop fooling yourself and thinking that you can just get there without skill development. So we're going to teach you how to do that through repetition and testing. So in our skill development section, sales and leadership courses, relationship tools, overcoming adversity, communication, public speaking, mindset, happiness, and self-confidence. How do we do it? Inside of our courses. Repetition, accountability, testing, and Facebook group interaction. We've got people just like yourself in our success community that are learning and growing, and they're there to help you develop and grow. And last but not least is the consistent action. Think about it. You've taken action before, but it's not consistent. Why? Because you don't have momentum, you don't have clarity of vision, and your psychology is not in place. So, when we finally get to the action section, we're going to learn the psychology of action, self-image rewiring. People talk about motivation. Geez, I'm not motivated. But there's a problem. There's 2 reasons why you're not motivated. One of them is self-image. So if we can deconstruct and reconstruct your self-image, you'll find yourself moving forward, because right now your self-image is mediocre if you're just sitting where you are. That's a fact. Creating consistency, we're going to teach you that. Creating momentum. What would it feel like to actually wake up and feel like, boom, you're just on a roll, you're just moving. Things are going downhill instead of uphill. And we taking action with integrity. For the first time in your life, you can take action and feel good about it because it's on your mission and on your life goals. How do we do that? We reverse engineer our goals. We create the meaning and the mission and the action. We schedule winning actions. We create success habits, and we do what's called my flash technique. So this is my 5DX system. And you're probably saying, geez, how do I get involved with that? Well, thanks for asking. First of all, I want to give you a 4-day trial. You can come into our 4-day trial. What you're going to get from me is you're going to go through one of our 12X productivity models, which is our monthly goal setting and achievement model, which I'm going to go through with you. You're going to go through one of my sales courses, a quick one, so you can get the level of intensity that it is and what kind of training it is. You're going to have a live webinar where I'm actively teaching you some subject matter during the course of the webinar. And then I'm going to give you one of my courses in my 21 Principles to Wealth, Freedom, Health, and Happiness, so you can get a vibe for what kind of courses are in there. You also get 4 calls, 4 webinars a month, 24/7 access to me and high-level courses, all on my virtual training platform, which is a $250,000 program for $99 a month. That's right, it's only $99. So when you get the 4-day trial, you're gonna have to put your credit card in, and guess what? After the 99 days, if you don't like it, you don't have to renew. But we know that if you stick with us and you see the value there and you piece it together, I mean, think about this. If you stick with me for 6 months, it's gonna be about a $600 investment in you. But where you're gonna be after that, as far as self-confidence, belief system, your skill set, your development, you'll be more marketable, be a better person, be more magnetic, attractive, and that's what you really want. So click the link today, sign up for our 4-day trial, come with me into the Success Academy, 1% Academy, and I wanna show you my 5DX life achievement system that allowed me to fight through adversity, overcome adversity, and still be a top performer. Let's make it happen. So what do you think?
Pretty impressive.